What is going on, guys? We're back with another video on Madden 18 Connected Franchise, and we are doing another rebuild, and this rebuild is of the New York Jets. Ivan Drago is the quarterback. What is his age? Oh my god, he is looking fresh to death. Literally, what else could you do, though? Like, you gotta start McCown. He's the best available here. Robbie Anderson, he usually does pretty well for me, so hopefully that continues. Ardarius Stewart's going to start over Anunwa, who's kind of not falling apart, but I think he had, one good season, and that was about it? Or was it even a season? Was it a couple of games? I honestly don't remember. Then you have the defense, the safeties, up and coming, not bad at all. Really good safeties. Defensive line, I know Mohamed Wilkerson's about to be gone, but as of right now, it's looking okay. Really not a whole lot we have to do. That's probably the one position core that we're actually semi-good on. Definitely not an easy rebuild, but not the hardest in the world, as you do have a couple of playmakers at least. So, tight end, we have Austin Seferian Jenkins. I think we're fine there. Linebacker, I think we're fine as well. I like the guys there. I think we're fine. But what else do we need? Like, there's got to be something we can get that'll instantly make us a better team. Maybe not, actually. So if we're going to call this a realistic rebuild, we're going to say that Sam Shields is not a viable option. Vontae Davis kind of is. Kinda. No, I don't like any of the players here. I think I'm actually going to... Well, first things first, I'm going to look at the trade block. If there's anyone here that makes sense, I'll do it. If not, we will be getting rid of some players. I would actually like to get Teddy Bridgewater, so we might make a move at him after the season's over if the Vikings don't re-sign him, which they usually don't. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen. They ain't re-signing him. Is there even a single player here that we can get? This offensive line is bad too. On Amada, we usually make that move, to be fair. Bo Allen. A little yawn from me. Sorry, lads. I'm sorry. Cornerbacks, Aaron Colvin. Can we make a trade here that would make sense? Colvin's 25. I mean, he's not that great of a player. Let's make a move for Colvin here. I don't know what it's going to cost me. It's probably more than a 6, right? They want a QB. Bryce Petty, I mean, he's not that bad. Bryce for Colvin, I'd do something similar to that. Let's go with a 5th. A 5th and Petty for Colvin. 5th, Petty, and a 7th round for Colvin. There we go. So we got Colvin. Probably our best cornerback now, sadly enough. Is he? He is. Yay. I mean, that's pretty much it, though. We're going to move on now to the regular season, I suppose. Obviously, I have to release some players, but you don't need to see that. The actual final roster for the first season, not looking too, particularly great, but that's kind of the point of the Jets, isn't it? Week 3, we have a corner and a safety, so Joey Madava and Gregory Tate. And if I'm not mistaken, both players are really fast. One was an Olympics player and one was a sprinter. So they might both be sprinters. I don't know, I said player. They might both be like really fast sprinter guys, which is interesting. Holy crap, the amount of quarterbacks. 4 in the early first. Just probably 8 in general. What a stacked class. Negotiate contracts, DeMario Davis, Austin Seferian, Coney Ely, Aaron Colvin, Anunwa. A lot of these players actually probably will get re-signed, sadly. Let's knock out Austin Seferian first. He's probably the most equipped for staying on the roster. Coney Ely more than likely stays. I'm not a huge fan of him, to be honest, but it is what it is. Aaron Colvin clearly gets a contract because we're not going to fill that many cornerbacks in 1 year. Quincy Anunwa more than likely does. David Bass. Ooh, he's wanting a big-term deal. I don't think we're going to be able to pull that off. So far, this draft, it's not the worst, but there's not really any sleeper picks. In these types of rebuilds, you need those. You need the gems, and I'm just not seeing it at the moment. There's a couple of good quarterbacks, but any of those are, none of them are gems. They're just high overall top end talent you need to put a lot of your future into. turn most of the top 5 into multiple picks. There's a couple of DNs. I don't know. I normally don't do it, but we might end up spending our top draft pick on a quarterback. I normally never like to do it, but yeah, I mean, at this moment, that's looking like the best option. Don't want to waste it by trading down. But at the same time, we could get a lot of future stuff. All we have left is receivers, pretty much. Receivers and running backs. Running back is actually a really big need as well. I wonder if we're going to make the playoffs at 3-13. At 3-13, yeah, right. 2-14. Tom Brady was MVP despite only going 9-7. I'll show you guys I wouldn't cheat, because technically I would actually prefer to have the season we did. Probably would have wanted all of them to be losses, but we beat the Bucks and the Panthers. Take a look at the standings. Are we the actual number 1 pick? The Browns at least had 2 wins. The Niners stole number 1 from us. Damn it. Idiots. Why in the world would you go 2-14? You know your team's bad. You're like 0-8, 0-9 or something like that, and then you win a game? What are you, stupid? Josh McCown actually played pretty decently. Matt Forte played alright, considering he has no one around him. Ardarius and Robbie both had 1,000 plus, which is nice. I mean, the receiving core around here isn't the worst in the world. Coney Ely had a good season. Mer Davis, Colvin. How many tackles did Darren Lee had a pretty good season. Canzaro, terrible. Lack Edwards, okay. Yeah, pretty much nothing goes right on this team. I didn't look at the XP, but I would assume we were nowhere near any sort of awards. Oh yeah, Jamal Adams, number 3. Ardarius Stewart, number 10. Marcus May, number 9. Not going to have any of the Texans at the best O-line in the league. Oh, I keep forgetting about this stupid roster. I literally chose official. I have this stupid roster on. The Texans are probably the best team in the league right now, aren't they? Let's take a look. Are they not? 9-7. I really don't care. They can have it. They can have their insane squad. They're going to lose them anyways. Tons of practice guys re-signed. What's the XP like? Jesus. You would have thought I forgot to put the XP sliders on. Nope, I did. That's the worst part about it all. Let's take a look. Do we have a draft story? God damn it, I went to the wrong thing. Draft stories. All-Star Game MVP, Bryant Davis. Don't know what position, though. Bryant Davis is a left outside linebacker. He actually is really good. Actually might be the best player in this draft. Is he worth taking? I don't know. I mean, there's some talent in this draft. But it's rough. It's really rough. Honestly, what I'm looking at right now is trading down to mid first, trying to get that left outside linebacker, and then trading up to get Blair Kozier. I think that might be the best option. But we'll see the combine grades and all that first. Let's go on to the re-signing period. Maybe there's somebody in free agency that we could snag up. I don't know. Eagles win the Super Bowl by 3. Re-signings, Demario Davis, assuming he wants to still join us, will be returned. Cool. Coney Ely, what do we got? Let's sign Coney Ely. Okay, thanks. Nunwa. Yeah, we got a Nunwa. Yeah, that's, So I have to adjust the slide, or the XP, or not the XP, the overall. You can see Tom Savage here is like a 99 everything, because even though I loaded up the official EA roster, for some reason, it loaded up one of my older rosters, which is for, we had like a little experiment. I don't remember what it was. It was like a receiving experiment, I think. So QBs, there are some available. Is Teddy Bridgewater the move? He wants a 3-year, $20 million deal. I could probably allow it. I've never seen Teddy do good, though. That's the thing. That I would allow. I don't think he'll accept that deal, and I think we're definitely going to lose him, but I would allow that if I could. Is Jeremy Hill the move? What about Marlon? Let's go Jeremy Hill. We do. I mean, we're desperate. We have to spend a little bit of money in free agents here. I mean, it wasn't the worst offer in the world, but we actually got Teddy Bridgewater. He's 25 years old, 79 overall. I think he has normal dev. He's not the worst option in the world. I've never seen him do well, but at the same time, I would assume most teams don't get maximum XP off of their training. So, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I've never had Teddy before, so we'll see. I don't think we need a quarterback anymore unless one of them ran an insane combine, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I think we're gonna roll with Teddy Bridgewater. It's gonna save us a little bit of money as well. Number one, because I think we signed Teddy for like a 3-year under 20 mil deal, and quarterbacks in here top 3, top 4 is gonna be more than that. Neres is definitely not definitely, but I would say he's the best quarterback here. So we're gonna take a look and see what's there. Who's gonna go where? What's the story there? But yeah, Joseph Allen. I don't remember scouting this guy. Actually, no, I do remember. He was like a top 2 player. If he stays down there, we're definitely getting him. I don't care if he has slow dev. What's the story? But if you slip that far and you have a number 1 speed in the combine, I'll take it. Whoa, a 4.54 40 time. Look at the cone. Oh, my Lord. Curry Berry is kind of sick. How tall is he? 6'6", ran a 4.54. Honestly, not 100% sure who we're going to take. I know who we want, though. So we have the number 2 pick. Obviously, whatever trade down we get is what we take. Number 1 overall, definitely not a quarterback. So all quarterbacks are available. So this trade down is probably worth quite a bit. Oh, the Browns have 2 first rounds this year, and they're going to take me right to number 9. The Browns are killing it with me. What are they going to take? QB, who is it? Oh, and I think they take the best QB in my opinion. Ooh, the Cowboys take Barry. A lot of the teams up here don't have quarterback needs, so it's actually a little shocking that they didn't maybe wait it out a little bit longer. Brian Davis, though, clearly the best player in this draft. I'm going to take him. Number 4, took him 9. Great player. Superstar. There we go. So I'm probably going to trade down to number 29 anyways, but just in case there is a quarterback there, maybe we take that plunge. Really? Number 16 and number 17, both corners. One of them I wanted, and I get none. I think I'm going to take Billups. Yeah, his combine grade wasn't great. But, this guy is not that great either. I'm just going to go Billups. Yep, there we go. So, combine grade, complete lie. Took the number 4 and 5 talent in this draft. Superstar Dev, they gave him just enough speed to where he could play on the edge, so that's very nice. Let's move down to 29. There's probably some QBs. If Cozier would have lasted, I would have probably taken him. Late second, I think this is where we take the offensive lineman, Brian Love. Normal Dev, 75 overall, though. Great strength. That's all I care about. Obviously, Dev's nice, but... So, call it risky. I'm going to take him, though. Bernard. No, there we go. 75 overall, superstar Dev. There was a chance, and I believed, and it worked. So, I think we landed a decent draft, considering we did trade down most of it. We did get a player at number 9. We got a player at number 20. Number 62, I believe. So, we got Davis, who was a great, great player. Billups, who was a really great player. Brian Love, who was a solid player in normal dev. Bernard, great player. A lot of superstar devs. Joseph Allen, sadly, a bit of a bust, but 6'1", 95 speed. He's got good elusiveness. He's got some stats on him. Ingram, his man zone press, speed, all decent stats. So, if he starts, he might be able to work his way into a decent role. Henderson, great wide receiver. He'll probably play number 3. And then Harvey, a potential great DT. So now, of course, we're going to look at some of the players we missed. The biggest ones being quarterback, of course. Also corner. Corner was a huge one that I did not want to miss, but they went a few picks before us. What could I do? Not trade down. Yeah, you're right. Superstar Dev, Long, Townsell, great defensive end, similar to our guy. Russell Simpson, Like I said, they always grab good running backs. Perriman, eh. Oh, I also want to see... I didn't even notice this guy, Peter McFarlane. Wow, that's ironic. Peter McFarlane. If you watch a little Family Guy, you know a little history of it. You understand, but... Ooh, Zach Meeks, quick dev. The hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I wanted to see the tight end from the Giants. Clayton Barrett. Very great player, 6'2". He was going to be the number 2 guy to the other guy that we were going to grab instead. I think it was like Gates or something. Clayton Gates or something. I don't know. Cozier, normal dev. Decent player. Normal dev, though. That's who we were going to go with. Not too mad about that. There's also Rodenhauser, which we just looked at. 77 overall. Normal dev. Decent player, but all these guys, other than the fact that they're rookies, really aren't too much better than Teddy Bridgewater, if not worse than Teddy. Really all they have is the age on Teddy, not really the skill set. So far I'm not really mad, because if I was going to go with a QB, it would have been one of those two probably. So we would have busted. Oh yeah, Pharrell Fletcher. What an amazing talent, but of course, 24 years old. Still though, 6'4", 95 jumping, 90 spec. The Bears finally land a talent that really matters. A big target. Joey Madavi, very great safety. Wish he was a little bit taller, but superstar dev, great pick for the Broncos. And here's Neary, the guy that we were going to mainly go with. I totally forgot about this guy. 80 overall, very good talent, but normal dev. Anything higher than normal, and I probably would have regretted it, but normal dev, nothing special. Teddy Bridgewater, plus they're minus 3 years. Devontae Atachi, we were going to go with him instead of Billups. Either player would have been great, but obviously I'm happy we took who we took. Slow Huber, the only good middle linebacker. Michael Petrowski, quick dev, not bad. Real Marshall, I don't even remember this guy. Quick dev, good pick for the Colts. Oh, it was the Cowboys that took him anyways, not the Giants. Quick dev, 6'6", 86 speed. I think they probably could have given him 87, 88. Probably the fastest tight end I've ever seen. Ranked 41st in tight ends in general. Diamond Campbell, good player there. Cowboys had a little bit of a draft. Gregory Tate, superstar dev, the guy I really wanted, and we missed him. Definitely regret that, but at the end of the day, I did get my trade down. Scotty Urbick, decent player, kind of an all-around type. Ray, running back Sadler McQueen, quick dev, really? Our guy had the best 40 time in the draft, not the fastest speed, though. That makes sense. Giants landed probably the best quarterback in the draft. There was a couple other quicks, but that guy had the quickest or highest dev. Brendan Ray, another slow guy. The better of the other two. And then our draft. So, I mean, a great draft for us. And we also landed like 1 or 2 extra first rounds for the next year. So next year is definitely going to be the year for us. Hopefully. Let's see what our draft picks are. Yeah, 3 first rounds, 2 seconds, a third, 2 3/4, a sixth, and 2 7ths. Trading down out of that top 3 is huge. And it worked out for us. I know talent's still lacking a little bit, but I think we made up for it with overall future. And running back wise, we still have Matt Forte. Do we start Joseph Allen? I don't know. Joseph Allen definitely has the most upside. I don't even know. Well, I mean, for now, I suppose, but no things for sure. So I made a couple of signings, nothing too major. I don't know if Allen's going to start for us. He does have slow dev, so I really don't know. But offensive line, huge issue still, so we're definitely going to be looking for free agents. What's the story? But I also found this guy named Brian, who he has got quick dev, and he's a rookie safety. Problem is, we don't need him, but obviously when I saw him, I obviously was going to keep him in there. Harvey plays decently as a defensive tackle, but for whatever reason, the game's not having it. We also have Brian Davis starting. We're also going to have, who is it? Ooh. We might trade Demario Davis. We tagged him, and that's, that's a little bit of dead cap, but we have Corey Bernardia, who had superstar dev. Demario Davis is reaching the end of his career, so we might be trading him. Definitely will be trading Jordan Jenkins, who's good, but he's going to be on a contract year soon. I like the linebacker direction that we have. Malden is good. Martin is decent. and then we'll probably draft another guy. Cornerback is the main focus. I know offensive line is rough too, but we can probably fill that in rookie, or not rookie talent, but free agent talent. This line is really bad. Like, literally, the guy we just drafted, Brian Love, is clearly by far the best offensive lineman we have. Defensive line, though, I do like where we're at. Leonard Williams, obviously a great player. Billups, 22 years old with superstar dev at an 82 overall already. He's definitely going to be balling out. Harvey, rookie, should be decent himself. Linebackers should be super solid at the end of the season. We'll just have to be working on some of the other positions, but at least we're getting better. We have Teddy Bridgewater at QB. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I've never had him at QB, so we'll see if he can do well for us or not. Got some QBs here, no one really worth taking. Running back, Tevin Coleman's still on the block. Do I want to make that trade? They need guards, corner, free safety. We really don't have anything like that to give them. Wide receiver, not really interesting to us. Offensive line would be nice. Chance Warmack. Not really seen anyone worth it for us. Jason Verrett is on the block. You see that every once in a while, and you do see him go to free agency here and there, so we'll give it a shot. They need a middle linebacker. Let's take a look at what we got. Is DeMario still a middle for us? Of course, I moved him to the outside spot. They still want him, though. DeMario Davis, and a second-round pick for Jason Verrett. I think that's fair. I think that's personally fair. DeMario Davis, he's not too much older than Verrett. I think DeMario is 30, while Verrett's like 26 or 27. And then a second-round pick, that's a very high pick. So we landed Jason Verrett, which I think is completely realistic. Yeah, 3 years older, and linebackers do play a long time. Cornerbacks technically play a long time, but they usually switch to safety. So, that's not a value for us. We don't really care about safety switches. We have Jordan Jenkins. McClendon is not going to be worth anything, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Offensive linemen don't have any value there. We do have a Nunwa. We just did re-sign him. Jermaine it's kind of let us down. Hasn't really done much. Matt Forte, probably worth next to nothing. I'd be willing to get rid of all three of these guys for a decent lineman. See if we can do that or not. We trade Jermaine Kearse, Matt Forte in a 4th round this year for Tevin Coleman and Colin Kaepernick. Obviously, we'll be releasing Colin Kaepernick right away. It's just for whatever reason they had him and they were broke. Tevin Coleman, we do have to re-sign him this year, so I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but I mean, he is definitely the best running back option on this team by far now. So at least we have a running back for once. Offensive line, I don't know if we have anything. I do think we have Jordan Jenkins, actually. Let's see if we can try to trade Jordan Jenkins to somebody for some sort of offensive lineman, even like an 80 overall. Jordan Jenkins in a 7th round this year for Havenstein and a 4th round next year. Get a little bit of an offensive lineman. Now we have to sign maybe a few other free agents. Made some pretty decent trades, honestly. All of them, I think, were perfectly fair as well. And a lot of these guys, I believe, are on contract years. So who's this 36-year-old? Joe Berger. Still in the league. I know he's old as hell, but, I mean, our team is old and lame at offensive line. That's like such a weird way to put it. Your guys are so old and lame. Need a fullback as well. Matt Slauson as quick dev. That's completely irrelevant. Ralston Carswell. There we go. I mean, let's adjust our lineup, see where we're at, and go on from there. So we have our starting lineup. Tevin Coleman, Bilal Powell. I would like for Allen to be the number 2 because I'm going to put him as a kick returner probably. Here's like the rest of the team. Offensive line. I know we got Havenstein. We got a couple of free agents, but still very rough on the offensive line. Receiving core, I mean, it's not really getting better, but I feel good about it. Teddy Bridgewater, the best quarterback the Jets have had for a while. Defensive line, very star power-like. Linebackers, same with it. I mean, just one good season, we're away. Safeties, I love. Cornerback, we got Verrett now. Cornerback's core still kind of rough in general, but overall, year 1 to year 2, better of a team. Still probably a top 10 pick, though, sadly. So we obviously have Tevin Coleman to negotiate, but we won't worry about that yet. Worry a couple of weeks later down the line. Obviously, we were going to extend him for a long time. The Jets 0-2 start. You got Leonard Williams re-signed. We got probably like almost 100 mil. I mean, not too worried about it. Long Fannin. So he's a fast guy. I mean, we knew that there was a guy superstar dev last. Did we? No, we did grab. We grabbed Bennett. So where's this standing guy? He's a fast guy. So running back or wide receiver, huh? Fannin. Long Fannin. Long Fannin, no seeing. Gonna go to quarterback as well because, you know, ooh, Kroom. Hate his name, though. No one has that name in real life, though. Clearly not. So we have some re-signings. Couple of decent names here, actually. Slow dev. I did not know Malden had slow. So what's the money? Over 100 mil. Oh, my lord. 25 years old. Tevin wants a 5-year deal. We'll give it to him. Offers perfect. Leonard Williams, we'll give him a 6-year deal. Let's knock this out right away. Give him the extra money for being the best playmaker on this defense. Jason Verretti's 27. If you play until he's 31, that's all right. Robbie Anderson, 4-year deal, also gets that. And he's excited to stay. Havenstein, 26. He will also receive his contract. And everyone else is a question mark. Malden, perhaps Josh. I'd actually probably rather have Josh Martin. Signed Josh Martin right now, actually. There we go. Everyone else is kind of a 50-50 player at this point. Right inside linebacker, Cooper Amato wins Heisman. And I'll tell you this. I've seen this guy. He looks spectacular. He looks absolutely insane. Where's Amato? He's a early first. I mean, he looks really damn good. Looking at that combine. Could be a guy we draft. I'm not, usually into drafting the super high pick linebackers. But if he is truly a pass rusher, I don't know. Damn, that guy actually had potential. Juan Conley. I mean, to be fair, linebacker really isn't an issue for us. Pass rusher isn't even an issue for us either. Offensive line and wide receiver, and really just the offensive side of the ball is where we have issues. Let's go to the playoffs and take a gander. I think we were 2-14 last season. This season, do we make the playoffs? We do not, but we did go 6-10. So we jumped 4 wins. If we can follow that trend, we'll make the playoffs next year more than likely. We beat the Colts, the Titans, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Bears, the Vikings. And not, other than maybe the Patriots and Vikings, really not superb teams, but still, it is what it is. Let's see what Teddy Bridgewater was like. 29 touchdowns, 23 picks, 4,300 yards. That's not terrible. Rushing, Tevin Coleman was actually pretty good. Joseph Allen was actually very good with the minimal carries he had. Robbie Anderson was solid. Henderson was not bad. Blocking, actually kind of impressive. Not the worst blocking I've ever seen. Pass rush, Billups 12 sacks, Harvey 5 picks, Jason Verrett new on the team, 5 interceptions. Not bad at all. Brian Davis, 3 picks, 157 tackles. That's got to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Stout, the rookie kicker, only missed 4 out of 23 field goals. That's an amazing season. Lack Edwards did pretty solid himself. Kick return, Joseph, Allen, and Henderson had some yardage. Henderson had a touchdown on punt returns. 14th offensive yards, not the worst for a team that's 6-10. 16th offensive yards. 23rd defense. What were the awards? Please tell me we won something. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we were number 3 with Henderson, number 6 with Allen. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Brian Davis, of course. We had 5 of the top 10. We had a really damn good defensive rookie class, that's for sure. The XP totals offensively, nothing really spectacular. Brian Davis, however, 27 Ks, already 84 overall. A little bit of XP here and there, but we're not getting any of those big boost XPs that you would expect. One of those like Pro Bowl type deals, which is kind of annoying, but got to be dealt with, I suppose. We'll use that XP later, but going to the Super Bowl, see if we have not a Heisman winner, but an All-Star winner. I've seen a quarterback. If that's a quarterback with Superstar. I feel they have the combine testing high in every drill. Okay, that's interesting, because why don't we have combine grades right now, then, if he did well at the combine? I don't know. It seems weird. Is there any other QBs? We gotta, make sure we have every single QB potentially scouted. You never know, especially with this many QBs, that there could be a sneaky guy in here like Goodman, who's terrible. Do a little A- action. Come on, EA. Come on. Damn it. Seahawks over the Bills by 7. Interesting one right there. We have some negotiations. Who is even here that we care about? Matt Slauson, Bilal Powell. I will actually be re-signing this Walter Bryan guy. I know he didn't start for us, but he's actually a really good player through free agency. We spent a lot of our cap, but also a lot could be dealing with the rookie reserve. Darryl Roberts, a little old. Steve McClellan we replaced. Malden we replaced. Carswell really didn't do too well. Bartell wants way too much money. James Carpenter is a joke. This kicker was decent, but not good enough. And Darius Rose I will resign. Going on to free agency, you usually see a couple of average names here. You never know. Could be somebody slipping. We'll take a look, though, in a moment. So we have about 50 mil. We have money tied up in the rookie reserve. So we're dealing okay with money. That's not really the problem. It's just not enough talent. So Malcolm Brown here, one of the top name players, but a position we do not need. Offensive line, Josh Sitton. That would be a pretty big upgrade for us. I know he's a bit old and he only wants a 1-year deal, so I'm not going to throw too much money at him. But I'd be okay with that. A 2-year, $6 million deal, just about. Jake Elliott would actually be a nice kicker. I don't want to pay him too much. Oh, I'm not paying that much. He's a kicker. Well, let's see what we get if we even get anyone. Main thing, of course, is that combine. We got Perriman. So that's actually kind of wild because I offered him a 5-year, $7 million deal or something really bad to be like a career backup for us, and he's willing to take it. I don't know. Maybe just nobody was offering. So CJ Knox, his combine grade was good. He's a decent player. Cornerbacks, Cheoke Sullivan, 24 years old. I love the grade, but that age, man. These ages. Holy crap. Like, that's just way too old. But, like, at the same time, what are you going to do? If you need a corner, you're going to have to take one of them. Stelz, they mentioned him, and he had an insane combine. But Amato, I think, was actually faster as well. Was he? Like, slightly slower. But still a great player, man. This is a really interesting draft. 7.5 Ben Goodson. Ooh, 7.5 for Juan Conley. Really don't know who the hell I'd be even looking for. Jake Elliott did accept. That's a nice little kicker for us. Holy crap. This Bradford guy is a pretty insane prospect. How do you really pass up on a guy that good, though? That guy's good, too. Decent offensive lineman in this draft, can't lie. We have a proper running back, but you can never be too careful. Quarterbacks, Warren Tudois. If this was a user league, this would be the most insane quarterback ever. Even in a non-user league, I still think you almost have to draft him. So there's a damn good chance we do draft that quarterback mid-first. Probably take him number 7. Sanchez Carlson. There's some decent names here. I mean, I think Teddy Bridgewater played well, but I think that wide receiver, that quarterback is just way too good not to take. So we have number 9, number 10, and number 11. Those are our 3 picks. I was hoping we would add something a bit higher. Leggett and Shell. I mean, they took it. Shell's actually not a bad player, but I feel we'll probably replace him this draft, at least hopefully. Ooh, Amato is there too, though. So we traded from the Bears, who need a quarterback. They're now at number 9. Do the Dolphins or Titans want a quarterback is the question. Warren Tudazue, whatever his name is, and 77 overall superstar Dev, 22 years old. Yeah, we did not reach it all. He's a great quarterback. He's only 22, like I said. He's very fast. Absolutely, blazing speed. Would be a very sick player to have. Amato's going to go within the next 3 picks. And there he goes, the Dolphins. That would have been a super steal. I think you got to go Riddick, don't you? Although I think we might be able to trade down. Screw it, we're going to take Riddick here, actually. It's a little bit of a reach, but I think Riddick is the better player. He's a little bit older, but I think he is the better player. 82 overall, quick dev. I don't see the other guy being an 82 overall, but still, all that matters to me is that we landed a good player. Let's trade this down for probably a pick this year, right? Bears are giving me... are they giving me a good trade here? No, I'd rather have the Bengals. Oh, actually, I made a mistake. I didn't realize that was a next year pick. Next year second. That sucks. Patrick Bradford, 77 overall, normal dev. One of the best offensive linemen I've actually ever seen. 91 impact, 89 strength. He's 22 years old. He's got 76 speed at 78 excel. This is what we're going to pull. So 6th round this year, 5th round next year should get it done. It does. Bridgewater, 5th next, 6th this for the Bears' 64th overall pick. Giving us more than likely the linebacker. Even if he isn't there, I'm not sure if I'm going to be mad because we don't really need a linebacker. Going to be a slow player, but should be a great one. 77 overall, superstar dev. A little bit greater than I thought he was going to be. Great acceleration, rough speed, but in a rebuild, that's probably not going to matter too much. Plus, he's a tackle anyway, so it's not like we're expecting him to actually run a 40-yard line. Make sure he's not the only guy. He is the only guy. Stabling, he's going to be slow. Okay, so this is a shocker. A, I didn't think he was going to be that low of an overall, and B, there was no chance in hell I thought he was going to have superstar dev. 76 speed is actually pretty generous. I didn't look at his cone drills, but he's 89 excel. So this is one of the weirdest tight ends I've ever seen, like by far. Not even close. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's a good pick. It's just so weird. Juan Conley, superstar dev, 24 years old, but an amazing player. Like I said, 24, that is rough, but he is an amazing middle linebacker, so we'll find a spot for him to start more than likely since all the other linebackers are 24 right now anyway, so they'll all have something in common, that they're old as hell. So, quarterback, amazing. One of the best I've ever drafted. Riddick, great cornerback. Bradford, like I said, one of the best offensive linemen I've seen. Pair him with the age and the speed and the strength, and he's one of the best. Castillo, very slow, but he's a great lineman with superstar dev. Stabling, just weird as hell, but he did have superstar. Conley, superstar dev, great player. Right tackle, Asa McIver, a little bit on the slower side, but a great player in general. I mean, really, you look at those stats, 88, 89, 76, 88. Basically an 88 overall lineman, but obviously missing awareness and whatnot. And then our last 3 picks, kind of rough. Caver, though, not a bad player if you were going to develop him, because, you know, he's 89 speed, 87 hit power, 75 zone. Definitely could develop over time, actually pretty quickly. Now, the thing that needs to be looked at is Autry, for one. Okay, so Autry, I think we made a better decision, because Autry might be younger, but he did have worse stats than he has normal. I also want to look at quarterback. I don't know if there was any other quarterbacks better. So Baselli, throw power is terrible. They barely took him after our guy as well, so... Well, barely, kinda. Number 6 is actually pretty high. But I was definitely happy with our pick. Fannin, totally forgot about this guy, but we had Tevin Coleman anyways, so... What do you want from me? Quintarius Patrick, good player, got a little bit of speed on him. Who was a 78 overall? Ben Goodson, the guy that we were debating on getting. So he slipped to just outside of the 2nd round, and he was a great player. I like our guy better, and Ben Goodson was only a year younger anyways, so it is what it is. Jaleel Bradley, short but good. I also want to see the Amato, who was on the Titans. I believe. No, he didn't go to the Titans. Sanchez Carlson, great player. Great player for 6 foot as well. Burt, great tight end. Vikings, Raynard Bailey, another great offensive lineman. Cowboys, Matthew Steltz. I don't remember if that was the guy. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. Amato, 84 overall. Look at the stats. Oh my God. What an absolute monster. One of the best linebackers I've ever seen. I knew he was going to be great, but we needed our QB, and it is what it is. Going on to the 3rd season, like I said, I think we'll probably play 4. Unless this season just isn't even... Like, if this was like a... If we get under 4 wins this season, I'm going to call it a rebuild. But as long as we get over 4 wins, I'm okay with continuing the process. And I believe... Did we get enough linemen? I believe we got enough linemen, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we have 5 linemen that we are going to use. Thankfully. Got to take a look at the trade center. Or trade block anyways. See if there's any guys in here. There actually are a few running backs. Probably sign one of them. But yeah, let's get that show on the road. DeJuan Pouncey, 76 overall, 1-year corner. I guess I'll take him. Not saying we're going to keep him, but... So this appears to be the starting lineup for this next season. Darius Stewart will be number 3, or number 2. Henderson will be number 3 again. Receiving options, really not there. Put Stable at fullback. Offensive line looks pretty solid. They're just... I mean, not solid, but... Looks like we have a lot of potential there. Good running back. Solid quarterback. Defense, Perriman, Darren Lee is not going to be the starter. I mean, we're still a rough roster. We're still, like, not there. Might be able to make a trade for someone, though. I seen, like, the Cowboys traded for Allen Hurns. Maybe Dez is on the block. Dez got to be, like, what, 30 by now? 30 years old on a contract year. Let's see if I have anything that makes sense. So we trade a 2nd round, a 3rd round, and a 4th round this year for Dez Bryant, and we're going to give them Aaron Colvin. For some reason, it said that they didn't want him, even though one of their big needs is cornerback. So we will be taking a 6th round off of their hands for Colvin. I know it's going to be funny when someone's like, Dez being traded? Unrealistic. He's the greatest receiver. He's only 30-something in this league. Needs a contract. What is that contract going to look like? So Dez Bryant, 4 years for $38 million. I mean, I can't argue that. Darren Lee needs a contract. Like Edwards. Rashard Robinson has quick dev. He's a bad overall, though. Yeah, like I said, we have the money for Dez. They didn't. Good trade for both teams, realistically. I mean, in real life, Dez could easily be just released for all we know. It's good. Darren Lee contracted. I think this is a steal and a half for Darren Lee. Let's just knock him out for a 6-year. Get him all the way till he's 30. Huge steal. Draft stories. Right outside linebacker Corey Hardy joins the Heisman-winning Defensive Players Exclusive Club. Fullback Morgan Devlin. All right. Fullback's running for 200 plus. That's interesting. 4th round pick. That's one of the highest rated fullbacks I've ever seen. Usually you don't see them go 4th round. It's like 5th or later. Ew. No. We got one. Martin Anderson, we got one. It's been a while, but we finally got one. Seeming to the playoffs, are we in it? There was a 50-50 chance because this division's actually kind of rough. And we are in. All right. So we're 8-8 as the Jets in the playoffs against the 11-5 Browns. Look at this division. 5-11 Patriots. Oh, Lord. Let's take a look at these Patriots. How are they so bad? They must have just no team. Le'Veon Bell was the MVP of the league. That's an interesting one. Our quarterback didn't throw the touchdowns I wish he did, but he did almost get 5K yards. Tevin Coleman, great ground attack. Tuduze, whatever his name is, got 3 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, Dez went off. Everyone else was kind of iffy, but Dez absolutely went off for us. Offensive line was actually pretty impressive. Defensively, Billups, 14 sacks. Pretty good stuff. Picks, Brian Davis with 4, which is pretty impressive for a linebacker. Tackles, Juan Conley. I don't know if he's going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know if that's good enough. Thaddeus Henderson, 2 return touchdowns. Offensive yardage was number 4. That's pretty impressive. 18th defense. I mean, that's not actually too bad. It's not too bad at all. And 8th scoring. That's pretty good. I was hoping our quarterback would have been on the list for best in the league, but clearly not. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Assume that. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I knew it. And it's a Motto. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to take a look at Motto. He is so sick. It doesn't even matter what they're using him as because he's probably just a god in general. Let's take a look at his season stats first, and then we'll look at how good of a player he actually is. That's ridiculous. Amato's one of the best. I knew he's going to be great. It's just, I don't know, we didn't need him. I should have taken him, though. So, Amato, 99 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 1 pick. I think he probably barely beat us. 96 play rec, superstar dev. I don't even know if they know what they want to do with him yet. Like, they want him in coverage, I think. Yeah, they kind of ruined him. I'm so sorry, bro. If he was on our team, he'd be a pass rusher, obviously. Which is why, like I said, didn't need him. Really, we didn't get any, like, Pro Bowl or anything like that? Damn. Damn. Interesting. Really, did Perriman... Please tell me Perriman didn't start over Bernard all season. If he started over Bernard all season, I'll be a little mad. It's user XP, though. I think I might keep the coaching XP for the quarterback trait. We'll see, though. Kind of see where he is after this XP. 87 overall. Yeah, we'll probably just use it on something else then. Use it on the D-line trait, and then we'll get DB next. I mean, the team looks like this. Really nothing spectacular at all. But it is a lot better than it started, without a doubt. We have needs on this team, but overall, we're looking pretty good. Our cornerback didn't even look 85 overall. 8-8 to their 15, or 11-5, not 15-5. 88 overall, they're 84 overall. So, I mean, that's not bad. Can we win a playoff game as the Jets, though? It's been a while. Good old Mark Sanchez days, LaDainian Tomlinson. Really just a solid defense in general. Interesting playoffs, too. On the other side, it's Chiefs, Texans for this round. Oh, no, did I screw it? I'm really going to have to kick the ball. Jake Elliott booms it. Not really, actually. Who is this? Oh, Darren Lee's coming. Maybe not. Get played Bernard, I believe. I mean, we have a pretty good team. Are the Browns better than us? Probably not, right? Probably, right? Better not be. So, start of the second quarter, we are up what appears to be probably 2 scores. We are 14-0. Defense is doing a damn good job. Offense is doing what they need to. 24-3. This is actually a really dominating game from us so far. Defense just clutching it. Like, the defense is just too good at this point. Start of the fourth quarter. And the Browns aren't going to score. They're going to waste 3 minutes and get nothing. And get nothing again. Defense has been smothering. Defense wins this game clearly. 27-3. Over the 11-5 Browns. I don't know how the hell they went 11-5, but they did. But I'm okay with it because we ended up winning anyways. They threw 3 picks. We threw 1. Tevin Coleman was actually really good on the ground. Joseph Allen fumbled. So did our quarterback. Defensively, what do we have? No sacks for either team. We had 3 picks, 2 linebackers, and a corner. All the youngsters getting the picks. And then a Mukamura on the Browns. Adam Vinatieri missed 2 field goals. Wow. 87 Ovi? Overall only? That's kind of shocking. 14-2. 8-8. Can we win a Super Bowl with an 8-8 Jets team? I mean, that would be perfect. It would be perfect, but let's be honest. Like I said, there's just no chance. Definitely not our best year 1 quarterback from a rookie standpoint, but still a good player. Oh, what a throw! The very first throw, Robbie Anderson touchdown. And these sliders, I mean, I don't know if the sliders are good or not, but it's on all Madden, so. And the defense clutches up. Jason Verrett, 12-yard pick. Offense literally just has to walk it in. And they do. There's a penalty on the offense, but still make the extra point. 3 minutes left until the 8-8 Jets make it to the championship game. Chargers aren't giving up, though. Come on, defense. 50 seconds left. They score. Are you serious? Overtime. I don't know if they missed the field goal. What's the story? I don't think you can punt it there, but we did. Oh! Picked off by Verrett again. Come on, offense. And we win 30-27. Wow. What a spectacular match. Jason Verrett is the MVP of the league against his own team. What a monster of a man he is. Our quarterback did not play well, but either did Phillip Rivers. Tevin Coleman once again played very well. Receiving, other than a Robbie Anderson play, we had nothing great. Defense, both teams got pretty much the same amount of pressure. Verrett, 2 picks. Jake Elliott, 5 for 5. What a clutch kicker. I mean, that's just wild. That's just wild. Jason Verrett is the man. Who's it going to be against the Steelers? The Texans. I did adjust their overalls. Because like I said, I made a mistake. So I'm not really sure how they're so good still. I do know that DeAndre Hopkins hasn't been adjusted, as you can see. Deshaun Watson, I did adjust, but he's still a great player, and he still made it happen. They're not the best team in the world. 93 overall, though, to our 88, so maybe I'm wrong. If we can make to the Super Bowl with the Jets, I think I'm going to call it a rebuild there. But I really don't believe we're going to make it. That's why I'm saying it. There's really almost no chance in my mind that we actually beat the Texans here. Look at the speed. Look at the throw. Oh, my Lord. Ugh, 82 for Dez. That's gross. This quarterback is insane. Defense is doing a damn good job, like they usually do. Start of the fourth quarter. Once again, another penalty on the offense, but we get the TD. Up by 4 now. Come on, D. Of course, when I start watching, we just completely blow it. I don't trust this offense, but holy crap, they impressed me there. Up 4 again. Come on, defense. Offense is bailing you out now, and what is this? Huge play on 3rd and 10. Come on, lads. The battle of the possessions is real here. We do get 7, up by 4 again. Come on, defense. Yes, who is it? Jason Verrett. Oh my God, he's the greatest corner ever. Up 11, and the 8-8 Jets might make the Super Bowl. I don't know who got that pick. Joseph Allen gets a rushing touchdown for 65. We win the game 45-27. What an insane fourth quarter for both teams. We had enough on us. Holy crap. Literally, I mean, I don't know how we're doing it. I really don't. Let's take a look at these stats. Please don't tell me it was Jason Verrett again. I can't handle this much talent. Deshaun Watson threw 2 picks. Our quarterback was perfect, just about. Tevin Coleman was solid. Joseph Allen touched the ball once, and it was a godly run. Defensively, here we go. It was Verrett again. Oh my God, he's so good. He's so good, lads. 2 picks, back-to-back games. The Super Bowl doesn't look good, though. It's the Saints and the Eagles. I want to show you guys that we didn't cheat again, because honestly, I wouldn't even blame me at this point. I mean, that's just wild. 1 game played each time. No force win. I'll show you guys the scheme. I don't know. Damn it, free agents. I don't know if the scheme even matters here, because you still have to have a good team for the scheme to fall into place. Dallas O, Minnesota D. The works. Let's go on and see who we're playing. Probably the Eagles, right? Going against the Eagles, there's not a chance we win this. But honestly, the way this team played, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad. So, Aaron Hollins had the most missed tackles at the All-Star game. That's interesting. 8-8, technically at home, not really. Going against the 14-2 Eagles. 88 to their 93. I mean, we played the 93 overall Texans. I don't think this even compares. I think the Eagles are going to stomp us. Probably 45-13 or something crazy like that. Maybe even worse. But we're in the Super Bowl with the 8-8 Jets. I got to keep saying it because it's ridiculous. We get a chance to return this. I will return the ball, and I will throw 1 pass. So I'm going to try to make it count, obviously. If I even have a chance to throw it. Ooh, Henderson, a little bit of moves. That's what I'm saying. You never know. The rookie quarterbacks, I don't know why, but I think it's a glitch. I swear, if you have a rookie quarterback that wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, he becomes the savior of any team. What a throw again. Henderson all the way down to the 36. This quarterback's almost unfair. He's so fast. I know this is probably where they're going to blow it open, but this defense is insane. Down by 14 now. You got to go for it here, and I don't see them doing it. So, yeah, we have to go for it. You're down 2 possessions against the Eagles with 9 minutes left, and you're trying to give the ball back. You just can't do that. There you go. Good catch. He's like super fast. I mean, look at that release. The release. Down 7 with 8 minutes left. Can the defense make a play? And they do. Offense has a chance. I mean, I got to at least know that they're going for it here. Really? Don't get me wrong. I believe in this defense. But I also believe in the defense to the point where if we don't get this, we still have a chance. Throw it. Oh, man. The blitzing of the Eagles is unbelievable. What is this defense on? 3rd and 10. Gains 10. Oh, thank God. I thought that was a 4th down failure. 3rd and 6. Turned into 4th and 6. I got to believe that the game would probably have chew clock on, even though you've seen that it wasn't. So I got to call timeout. And once again, look at the pressure. Instantaneous pressure. 27-20. I mean, we got to be proud of this team. To only lose this by 7 to the 3-season Eagles. The 3rd-season Eagles. I mean, doing it in 1 year with a good team would be hard to do. But the Jets in 3 years versus the Eagles, I mean, that's impressive. That is just so impressive. See how he played. I know he threw a pick, but I mean, overall, he outplayed Wentz. I know I've had a drive, but Tevin Coleman not playing well did probably hurt us big time. Ground game just was non-existent. Sack total, they had 3 on us. Picks, we had 1 with Bryant. They had 1 with Hicks. Both kickers perfect. I mean, that was almost a perfect tale to win the Super Bowl at 8-8 with an unlikely roster. Just impressive. So this is definitely a team that I think has reload written all over them. I don't think if we played another season, we would win it next season. I think we're definitely on the right path, but this is definitely another 2 or 3 season team. But I think I will call it there because, like I said, make it to the Super Bowl, that's an impossible feat. Just impressive as hell. I'm surprised this team could do it. I'm really shocked. Normally, I use Dallas offense, Minnesota defense all the time with better teams than this, and I couldn't even get there. Defense was unbelievable. Jason Verrett, clearly on the thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys, come back for next video. But before that, if you have any suggestions, let me know for rebuild ideas, challenges, teams, because we're going to do fantasy probably this weekend. Also, the new series came out yesterday. Should be a little fun one. It's kind of a rebuild series on its own, so definitely check that out. If you have any what-ifs, experiment ideas, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,